this. I'll put it up there, and then I'll tell you how many suggestions we have, and you just pick a number,
Okay.
and
Sounds good.
then I'll tell you what suggestion that is, and then we just kind of go from there, and however you want to play it. Like a lot of them have been like real time, one scene, but it can be whatever you want. If you want to jump around, however you want to play it, I don't really care.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, we'll just have fun. Yeah.
That's perfect. We're just gonna have fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I had such a great time with the marathon. That was so great too.
Oh my God, the team that put it together worked so hard. Like they were just on it. Like Arjun and Bala and Lakshmi and all of the team. There was like 25 people. It was amazing.
I I laugh anytime anybody is like, "We're gonna put on an improv festival." I laugh because there's so much work that goes into it. It's so hard.
Yeah, and in the middle of a pandemic to be able to pull off something like 24 hours, like the team was fantastic.
Yeah.
They were so good. Yeah.
So good. And like the best part of those 24-hour marathons to me are watching people who are have no sleep or very limited sleep trying to keep it together. It's so great.
Yeah, we had a show at half past midnight our time with the Adamant, and we were all I like to be in bed at half past midnight. I was just like, oh, I'm barely keeping it together.
Can we just do all the scenes sitting down? Is that cool? We just do a bunch of seated scenes? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
absolutely.
I think when you're younger, the thought of like, at least for me, the thought of a midnight show is like, yeah, midnight shows. And then now I'm like, 9 p.m.? I don't know if I could do that's a late show for me right now. It's so late.
We because of the pandemic and because of the doors it's open to us internationally.
Yeah.
We've done shows at like 4:30 a.m. With Haley in Canada,
Yeah.
and we've just been like, yeah, we've done some ridiculous timings these last 4 months.
Yeah.
Um,
It's crazy. I don't do a lot of night moments like
yeah,
these. So usually it's morning for me, but the fact I'm
yeah,
doing it at night is a nice change of pace. So thank you.
yeah. All of my friends were like, "Why are you making us get up?" I'm sorry.
You will get up and you'll like it, all right? Well, we have 54 suggestions. So pick a number. That's right. Pick a number 1 to 54.
23.
All right, 23. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 19, 21, 2, 23. This comes from our friend Lakshmi.
Hi, Lakshmi, who's watching?
The suggestion is upside down. Upside down. Thanks, Lakshmi.
Okay, I'm doing my little slider thing.
How's that? Is that better?
I think there's just a little bit more for you to go. Wait. I think it's me this time. Hang on. Hang on. I'm just about there. Oh, no, this isn't working out. Oh,
There.
is that any good? No. Oh, wait a
I
minute.
mean,
Oh, yeah. There you are.
hi.
Hey.
Uh, that's good.
I didn't think I didn't think we'd get here again after all these years.
I know. It was a lot of like back and forth, but it happened.
Yeah. I used to worry that this was just halfway, that I wasn't upside down enough.
You thought that?
Yeah, for like I don't know, for the first like year of knowing you, Michael, that's all I thought. I was worried.
Oh, I was worried too. I was worried I was too much upside down.
Oh, there's never too much anything.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking about for the longest time.
Oh no. I should have said this to you sooner then. I don't know why I waited. I
I
don't
guess
know.
I guess we're scared to say how we feel, right? I mean,
Yeah. And also because you get told in the movies and in the books, and mom told us, like I always felt like I didn't fit into like our perfect family.
why is it because you're the oldest?
Also because I felt like the most confused. Like all of you were so sorted out.
Oh,
I was always just like halfway there, never upside down really.
we thought you had it all together. We would talk
What do you
about you. Yeah, we would talk about you. And we're like, oh, no, 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 no. Lee, man, she has it under control. Like you're so on the outside, you're so calm and so cool. And we all wanted to be you. We thought you knew what was going on.
really?
Yeah. Even now I'm like, oh, I know you say you're confused and you didn't think you were as upside down, but like you're still saying it in such a calm, cool way.
Okay. Um,
Yeah?
can I say something?
Okay.
This isn't actually me. Okay. Okay. Michael, because you brought this up, and because you said that thing, and because, of course, you're my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, of course, of course. I just, this is me. This is me. This is who I was. I spent my whole life with my neck hurting because I was trying to stand at that angle so I could be just, this is actually, this is how I see the world. And I knew, I know what this means. I know. I'm sorry. I've tried to fix it. Michael, Michael, what are you doing? Michael, Michael, what's wrong with you?
You don't think I'm gonna let you be there by yourself, do you? Ow! Oh, my neck hurts!
Wait, you too?
Yeah!
But but you fit. You were upside. Like everything was perfect.
Everything's perfect on the outside, but on the inside, it's not perfect. I was being something that I thought other people wanted me to be.
Oh my God! A big upside down has got us. It's all of us. Wait, we should
Yeah.
we should do something now that we know. We should. I mean, who knows how many people are just sitting there upside down when they're right?
Yeah. I think there are a lot more people like us. I think there are a lot of people who just think they have to be upside down and they don't want to be upside down. And they just spend their lives being upside down when they could be this way and be perfectly happy. But they're afraid. They're afraid that nobody else will understand them. They're afraid that they're going to be outcast. They're afraid people are going to laugh at them, right? They're afraid they're going to be alone. You don't have to be alone anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah?
we should
Yeah?
start a religion.
Yeah? I think that's the most amazing idea I've ever heard.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we need to find a place for people to meet. But if it's a protest, then everybody's gonna come down too hard on that. So we can't do that. we can't. A religion is safe. Like people know you have to go on Friday or on Sunday or one day a week. So that's fine. We should do that.
Oh no, Lee, help.
What's happening, Michael?
I don't know. I need your help.
Michael.
I'm getting pulled back. Help.
No. Why?
Help.
Wait, Michael. You're right here. You're fine, just the way you are. Just
Preach.
stay.
Preach. Please, preach. Preach.
Michael, I love you right side up. You're fine right side up. You
Yes.
don't need to change a thing about yourself right side up. You're perfectly valuable right side up. Oh my god! You're back! You're fine!
Yeah. Wait, Lee. It's happening
Oh my
again.
god, Michael!
It's happening again. Help. Help.
You have worked whichever direction you want. Don't listen to the world that's telling you upside down is the only way to be. Switch off all of those channels that are saying upside down. Just be yourself right side up. I'm right here for you.
Lee, you're the chosen one.
Am I?
Yes. I felt it pull me. I felt the power pull me back upside down, but your words, they saved me. You're the chosen one. I believe in you. You are a religion. I'll scream it from the rooftops. You are a religion. Yes.
No. Michael, no.
Wait.
You know what happens to heads of religions? They get martyred. No.
You're the chosen one. I'll protect you. I will lay down my life for you.
No, I don't want that. I just want you to be safe. I want us to be safe. That's why we spent so much time upside down, because it was safer.
I felt it pull me back. And your words, it pulled me to the light. It pulled me right. You can't hide this under a bushel. You have to proclaim it.
You're right.
It's your destiny. You were talking about a religion.
Yeah, but I thought we could help somebody else do it. I thought you and I could stay out of the line of fire, you know?
Maybe that's the religion then. Maybe we don't have to broadcast it. Maybe you just be you and be an example. How about that?
Yeah. That could work. We could do it together.
Oh no.
Michael, no.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you did.
Oh my
you did
God,
you
why?
did before. That was a joke that time, but you did before. I felt it. I couldn't say what it was, but it just felt like an energy, and it felt like an energy that was pulling me. And if you weren't here, I would have been back upside down.
Do you think we should go talk to the others? Or is that too, I mean, I can't imagine what mom would say.
I don't think we have any choice. They're gonna see us.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're right. Yeah.
I'll be there with you, okay? And if you don't feel strong enough, I got you.
Yeah. And I got you too. I'll preach anytime you like. We'll go out right side up. We'll show the world exactly what we're like, and that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our destiny. Letting people know it's okay to be them.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, the only way we can do that is just to be us.
Yeah. Just lead by example.
Yeah.
You want some tea?
Yes, please. I've got an orange.
Throw it in my mouth. Throw some in my mouth.
Throw it. Okay. Wow. We're really experimenting with this right side up. Here you go.
So good.
Yes.
Scene!
That was so much fun.
Wasn't that you're the best? That was so fun. I loved your choice of right away going to it. That was awesome.
Yeah. I knew it. Okay, everybody in the Indian improv community that I have spoken to who's done a scene with you has just been like, Jay is the most supportive player. And I was in the middle of the scene, there was one small part of my brain that was going, I know you're not supposed to be listening, but Jay is the most supportive player.
Well, wait, why not play that way? I look at it like what a great idea. And it's going to be so much easier if we just go with whatever that thing is rather than trying to put something in that isn't needed. Isn't that why we're improvising, is to have fun with each other? Isn't that the whole deal?
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. I think for me, that kind of approach works best to improv. Like I'm not, I always get a bit apprehensive when I have to worry about being funny.
Yeah, for sure. Why? I mean, that's
Yeah.
like, here, ready? Check this out. Okay, be funny right now. Go, be funny. Be funny. Exactly,
What do
right?
you get? What do you get when you cross an alligator with a private detective?
What?
An investigator. Like, wait, I've got one more.
Yes, please. More, please.
What do you get when you cross an alligator with a snowflake?
What?
Frostbite. Yeah.
I love puns so much. My daughter's name is Ella. I got a 7-year-old son, and I asked him, I go, hey, he's into Star Wars now, big time. And I go, hey, if Ella married Darth Vader, what would her name be? And he goes, Elevator. And I was like, I, I think it's so great. And I think, it is putting pressure on ourselves when we're like, be funny, because then it's an end goal, and either you're like 50-50 shot of doing it, right? And so there's a
Yeah.
lot of pressure to get there. But if it's not the end goal, but also it can be part, like, I don't shy away from things that are humorous for sure, but if you're not focusing on it and you're like, I don't know, let's figure this thing out together, I think you get a bigger payoff than if you're trying to just, all I have to do is be funny. That is a lot of pressure to do on the spot. It's very hard to do.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I also feel like Nathaniel Hawthorne has this quote about happiness, I think, which is like, if you're off busy doing something else, happiness will be the butterfly that sits on your shoulder. And I feel that way about comedy sometimes, where if you're off following whatever the plot of the story is, or being fully authentic, or staying in the moment, then comedy is, or whatever the
Yeah.
feeling is, the audience's emotion is the butterfly that will come and sit on your shoulder,
Yeah.
as long as you're not looking, you know?
And I think people who gravitate to improv we're all naturally funny in certain ways. Like we like comedy, we like humor. There are moments when you're yourself and you are allowing yourself to be that wonderful, unique weirdo that we all are. I think that's very funny, and it's allowing the place of safety to kind of let that come out. And when you realize that you don't have to do that, you can, but you don't have to. I think it's a lot more freeing. And then you just go, oh, let's go for the ride and see where this goes. Like, I look at these scenes and I go, I can't wait to see what happens. I really do. I'm like, I can't wait to see what we're going to do. I have no idea what we're going to do, but it's going to be super fun. Like, I've seen you perform and I'm like, this is going to be amazing. I'm in good hands right here.
Yeah, I likewise. I think it's also, I mean, every scene is like a leap of faith, right? In that sense.
100%.
Especially here online where we don't, I mean, we've never met and we've, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, but I guess you got this, so you got it.
It's true. Like, we are doing the hardest thing to do to me, one of the hardest things you do, which is we don't, like you said, we've never met personally. We've exchanged words, right? And now it's
Yeah.
like, put your trust in someone else that they're not going to all of a sudden in this scene make a move that you're like, oh man, why did you do that? That seems really inappropriate, or that seems really scary, or like you don't have my back. But we're doing it right now, going, all right, let's jump out of this airplane. Let's take that, like you said, let's take that leap of faith. And if you're relaxed enough, so many cool things happen because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's also, I mean, in general, I think I get quite intuitive about this. Like, I feel very much like I pick people. Like, I look at someone, I'm like, I know I'm gonna like you. I say, like, I think 90% of the time it's okay, like, it works out and it's fine. So yeah, I think that's the other part of it. That, like, even when we just texted, I was like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be okay. And I know, like, the improv community trusts you so much and, like, loves you. So fully, like, yeah, I was like, yeah, this is fine.
And
Also, yeah,
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I think these questions of, like, does somebody, like, will someone be there? Will someone show up for me in a scene? I always assume with the first time scene that it doesn't exist. For some reason, I feel like it's a lot, like, it's always like history, like when you've been improvising for someone for like 6 years and then you have time to, like, have fights with them or have it get messy or whatever.
Yeah.
With somebody I've never performed with before, I always be like, oh, there can't be malice yet. Like, they don't even know me. How can they not like me?
Wow. Wow, that's amazing that is your first thought of when you haven't met somebody. That's good though.
Yeah, I'm a hopeless optimist. Like, oh, actually, hopeful optimist.
Hopeless. I'm just a hopeless optimist. Well, I mean, I wouldn't, and also, like, I don't think I would have reached out had I not, like, I wouldn't have just out of the blue, not knowing anybody who knew you. I wouldn't have been like, hey, I felt like, well, we know some people that are in common, and I'm selfishly trying to play a scene with every member of the Adam and Eves as well, because I think you all are tremendous. So, like, I've got my checklist of, like, people I play with, because I think your group and the people that are in it are just fantastic. And, like, this whole pandemic thing has allowed people to start being familiar with improvisers from all over the world that would not maybe have happened, or at least not have happened as quickly. And so that's the silver lining to me, is now we're able to see all people from all over the world and go, wow, there's some really good stuff happening here, and there's good stuff happening here. And, like, the whole situation with what's going on, I think Bangalore is, like, exploding with improv talent, and it's just so fun to see and so fun for me selfishly to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and vice versa. We're like, we used to have conversations about how we'd like to go to festivals abroad and we'd like to travel. And we at the Adamant Eves had been accepted to the Singapore Improv Festival this year before it got, because of Corona.
Yeah.
But, like, now we get to have all of that exposure and all of that time with you and all of that
Yeah.
meaningful conversation. All of these conversations about improv, about sort of reflecting on the process, we get to have with everybody, and that's fantastic. And my background is in disability, so I used to work with a disability not-for-profit here in Bangalore, and I always say, like, these shows are the most accessible shows we've ever done in our lives.
Yeah.
Like, anybody could be watching these at home.
Yes.
And, like, this, like, it's a very interesting moment, I think, for improv
Yes.
around the world, given with everything that's happening with Black Lives Matter in the US, given, all of this stuff from all of the different places that we can connect up to. Yeah, I'm curious what the next year and a half is going to look like.
I think it's here to stay, and I think what's going to happen is when stage improv comes back, which it will at some point, you're going to enjoy that and there'll be a rush with that for sure. But like, I think things now are starting to adapt to be like, wait a minute, like you said, this is now, we have a global audience. It's accessible. Anybody who's got a computer hookup can watch this. How can we now integrate this technology? How can we make it even more realistic? How can we make it even more familiar? But also, how can we utilize this in a way that we couldn't do stuff on stage? Like, I find it very exciting. And, technology gets faster, cheaper, better every 6 months. So
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
6 months, it's like, I can't wait to see like virtual reality type improv. And I know people are working on that right now. So I think there are possibilities. We started exploring, and your show that I saw, we talked about earlier, it's like that was the best improv show I'd ever seen, where the City Lamps did Playback Theater, and it was an experience. Like the audience also went into breakout rooms and had a discussion, which I thought was like fascinating, and we had this communal sense and this sense of you had to be there, which was the closest thing to me of a live stage
Yeah.
experience. And like, I was just blown away by that. And talk a little bit about like what playback theater is, because I didn't know, I don't think a lot of people know that much about it compared to other types of improv.
Yeah, so Playback Theater was a form that was started by Joe Salas and Jonathan Fox. Well, they are American, except that they were in Nepal when they founded it. I'm very new to Playback Theater, but I have some friends who've been doing it for 10 years. So Lakshmi, Rashmi, Akash, Tani, all of them, the original members of, yes, my little like shout out to, I love you guys.
Yes.
Um, there's like construction work happening at 8:30 in the morning outside my house. I don't know what's happening.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Of course there is. Come on. I'll
They
bang
knew
up.
I had a scene with you, and they're just like, yeah. So I've come to playback very recently, and my introduction to playback. Well, I've watched playback before. Playback was sort of designed as a community art form, and and I'm sure the way you saw Jay, like when people share and then watch it playback, there's something cathartic, something
Yes.
therapeutic about it. Um, and there's sort of like everybody, even in a Zoom room, is just like, because you're like sort of
Yes.
watching out for your other audience members. There was so much love, and like even if you didn't know the other people, you're like, oh, I've been there, I feel this, which immediately drew me to the form. When the first time I watched it, I was 12 or 13 maybe, and I remember it made such a deep impression on me because there was a story about someone who'd survived an earthquake in the audience.
Wow.
And the troupe that I watched played that back. And can you imagine at 13, I was like, oh, this is magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I met City Lamps, who are all just beautiful. And I started working with them early this year. So literally my almost all my time playbacking has been virtual, almost all of it.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy. But before that, a couple of us were part of like a series of protests that were happening here in India. There was a big the government was trying to create a policy that was basically against the fabric of our constitution. It was quite anti-secular and targeted minorities. And so we were sort of at those protests, and we were performing playback at protest sites. And
Wow.
that was when I was like, oh, this is the magic that
Yeah.
I saw when I was 13. This is it, it's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do music for playback a lot. I used to do music a lot more. And then now, I have a wonderful other musician, who's Deepti. Like, she's my role model where music is concerned. And I learned everything from City Lamps. Like,
Yeah.
everything I know about playback, I've learned from all of this. Such a giving team, and like, they're so gorgeous.
And you pulled out your guitar at one point,
Yeah, yeah,
and
I
it was
play a
like,
bunch of
I was like,
instruments.
what? And it was just, and it was so, a lot of the things were just so beautiful and wonderfully simple and I mean that in the best way, and like movements and repetition. And it was just like, wait, there's more. And it was this communal thing where it went deeper than just like, can we get a suggestion? Banana, great. It was like stories and connection, and do I have a connection to that? And then in the breakouts, you heard these stories that were just like incredibly shared. Like I was in a breakout with someone and it was an incredibly moving story. And it was just like, I connected with that person's story because I had a similar story. And you just found this spirit of like community that I think it was missing. And then that magic that happened at the end where that person spoke up about what was going on at that moment. It was just like, whoo, like I left that and it was 5 something, I think, AM my time when it ended around that. I couldn't go back to bed. I was just like, it was so beautiful and it was so great and I just loved it. And I was like, that's, to me, like that's the next incarnation of this, is to get back to that community and helping people and using art to move everything forward and address issues.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think that it was so interesting because we were performing to all improv audience, right? We were performing to all improvisers primarily. So in the Zoom room, it was primarily improvisers because of the Improvathon and because we wanted all of you to come in and see. And am I still here, or is it my mandatory 1 minute of internet troubles in every show?
We still hear you there. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. So you were saying it was like mostly improvisers that were going on there? Oh, don't worry about the construction. Who cares?
Jay?
Yeah, can you hear me? Wait, you're there. Oh, she's coming back, everyone. I'll tell you, Playback Theater was, I mean, Citylamps is the name of the group, and it was amazing. It was this experience I can't even put into words. So if you get a chance to see it, hey, I was just saying, if people get a chance to see it, it's amazing. And yeah, so there were a bunch. You were saying
we're going to be doing a lot more shows online. We're going to be doing a lot more shows online. So yeah, we just bring everybody. But also, Jay, because of the kind of show it is, we can't have too many people in every show. Yeah, like when we perform to live audiences, like it's usually quite intimate. It's usually very like contained, and
I can't even imagine. I can't wait to see it live because it blew my mind on Zoom, and I could just picture it live. And it's just this experience, this between like, also you all were wearing all yellow, so you have a color scheme which plays into it, which I really dig because nobody stands out, and I'm a big fan of that. And improv is like, why do we want to fucking stand out at all? We're a group. And so it was just beautiful to watch. I can't wait till I see it in person.
Yeah. So just on not standing out, if we've got another minute, like improv is the first time I've ever been on a team. Really? Like, growing up, I was not an athletic child by any stretch of imagination. And we had a choice in our school to play sport or to join the school brass band. And I was like, I would rather. So I played the slide trombone because I was like, I would rather do anything.
Oh my God.
Than, like, play a sport.
Why?
Just, I was afraid of things hitting me in the face. I was bad at throwing things.
That makes sense.
Yeah, there was nothing that was working out for me where sport was concerned. And doing improv and doing playback is the first time I've ever felt like I'm a part of a team. And that's been so interesting with the Eves, and then now with Citylamps. It's like, oh, this is why people play sports?
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because I was an athlete growing up and I love sports. Did get hit in the face. I broke arms and legs, but improv was the thing that was the closest to a sport to me. And in a sport, it was like, oh, I do my job, everybody does their job, and then you do this great thing as a group. And so that appealed to me so much. And when I came into improv, was like, oh yeah, this is the closest thing. I can do this for a while too. I don't have to worry about my body giving out. I can still improvise. So the team aspect I really dug.
Yeah, fully, fully. And I think like with the Eves, for example, like I mean, I used to think teamwork was all about just like, oh, chilling and getting it back at the end of sports movies. But there's so much work that goes into it that's ongoing. There's so much like, this
Yeah.
is how I felt and this is how you felt. And those parts are messy and very real of like being in a team for a long time or like committing to,
Yeah. You got to be vulnerable. It's hard.
which is really hard.
But if you find that group, it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
how did you get into improv? What brought you, what made you decide to start improvising?
I have the most traditional route. So I'm a full-time theater actor now.
Yeah.
So I write plays, I do storytelling, I teach children theater, which is super rewarding and wonderful. Just about 6 months after I quit my job to do theater full-time, I was working with Maddie, who's one of the Adamant Eves.
Yep.
And she's fantastic storyteller and like one of the best improvisers I've ever seen. And she was like, "Oh, the Adamant Eves are casting. Like we're gonna do an audition." And I was like, "What's that?" And then she was like,
What's that? I'll do it.
"Yeah, exactly." I was like, "Whatever. If you're recommending it to me, it must be interesting."
Oh.
So you know, yes. And so I auditioned for the Adamant Eves and. So the Adamant Eves and ICB is sort of like the parent group.
Yeah.
And so by virtue of auditioning for the Adamant Eves, I was sort of in ICB. And I had no idea I was winging it. I was like, I guess I'm here, teach me things. And then Jonathan Pitts came to Bangalore.
Uh-huh.
And I took a workshop with him. And I was like, oh, this. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, Pitts.
Oh my God. Oh, JP's so amazing. Like I think like he really opened some doors. So he still does. Like we talked last week and every time I leave our conversations, I'm just like, oof.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing it for so long and he cares about the art form so much.
Yeah. He's a real nurturer. Like
Yeah.
he's just like planting gardens of improv wherever he goes.
That's what it is. He's the Johnny Appleseed of improv.
Yes, he is.
Well, you do Improv Comedy Bangalore and Adam and Eves. The Adamant Eves. I need to enunciate the Adamant Eves, which is a great name. Is that the best way if people want to get a hold of you, follow you, City Lamps as well? But is that the best way? Because you're
Yeah, just
You're
find
not
me
on-
on Instagram, Kavya_09. That's the best way to reach me. I'm not on Facebook.
You're not
I'm
on
one of
Facebook.
I'm the Loch Ness monster of the internet. Like you have to go somewhere else and then look really carefully to find me. Yeah.
oh,
So Instagram, find me there, or reach out to the Adamant Eves, Aarti, who is our doll and the best like social media thing
Yeah.
that we've been running.
yeah.
So Aarti will know how to reach me. If you want to talk to specifically me, then go reach out to the Adamant Eves page and then they'll find me somehow.
Well, you are such a pleasure to play with. I loved hanging out and talking. Thanks for taking time out of your day. And I can't wait to play with you again, whether it's virtual or in person one day.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me, Jay. Like, yeah, I can feel your warmth like through my computer screen. It's so
this.
lovely.
It's
and
this.
it's been such a privilege. It is that.
Oh, you're the best. We'll talk soon.
Bye, Jay. Talk
Bye.
soon.
See ya.